Yo, what's up? Welcome back to another monumental episode of the New Growth Podcast. First, I want to thank everybody who's tuned into the pod so far and has subscribed. We greatly appreciate it. Thank you for rocking with us. Hit that bell. We got many more to come. On today's pod, we have a very special guest. He's a musician. He hit me up after the Dynasty TV episode and said he would love to be on the pod. He sent me a picture of his locks, and I was like, oh, yeah, we got to bring you on. He's pretty new to the game, about 6 months in at this point. So, without further ado, welcome on to the pod, King Daz. What's up with you, fam?
Not much, man. Another day, another dollar.
Yes,
Trying
sir.
to make it happen. What about yourself?
I'm chilling, bro. Feeling good, feeling good. Thank you for coming on to the pod today. We really appreciate it. You taking your time out to share your journey with us.
No doubt, no doubt.
Okay. Tell the people your name, where you from.
Well, my name is Desmond Debochi. Originally, I was born and raised in Ghana, West Africa. Till the age of
Reps up.
9, then I came down to Newark, New Jersey, and I've been in Newark for 15 years.
Okay.
Actually, no, 13, 14. You said what?
What you in North Newark?
Yeah, North Newark.
Woo!
What about you?
I'm from Pittsburgh. I'm in Atlanta now,
Okay.
but I got some family in Newark, so you know what I'm saying. I know how to get down up there.
Oh, word, man. Word.
Yeah. All right, so if you're from Newark, comment below, shout my man out. You know what I'm saying? Let them know where you at. Get the people a quick look at your locks, a little closer look.
Oh, I gotta have to take the headphones off. So.
Oh yeah, you good?
Yeah, so just had a retwist about a week ago.
Oh yeah.
I try my best to preserve the retwist, but it get a little harder, man. It get harder.
Hold on. Get a little closer. Parts, like pull the parts apart. Let us see that root. Let's see that scalp action.
Bet.
Oh yeah, it's clean in there.
It's gonna be tough.
Sorry, go the other way. Yeah. Back up a little bit. Yeah, there you go.
Yep.
Yeah, looking clean. Nice fade, great length.
The thing is, my part is not the much. It's like I have the one that it's like it looks like it's not a diamond part, but they have the grid, they have the diamond. I don't know the name of it, but like when I got it done, like it was this girl I went to high school with, and she's a loctician.
Mm-hmm.
So I hit her up, and I didn't do the research on as far as what parts, how to part the hair, blah blah blah. So I just sat in the chair. She was like, "What kind of part do you want?" And I'm like, "You know what? Do what you got to do. Whatever you see fit, just do it." And she went with this part. I low key wish I would have went with the grid because it's easier for when I want to apply oils to the scalp and moisturize the scalps and things of that nature.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like when you pour an oil, it's easier with the grid when you're oiling, you can just go straight through. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Or side to side. But if you got that diamond, then it takes a little more detail to get in there the right way. Yep.
As far as you though, what part do you have?
I have just a natural part system. So I used the sponge. I used one of these and started my locks. So it was basically my thought was when I was doing this initially, because I was just growing it out just to get like top curls. I wasn't even thinking to get locked. But when I did the curls, I was like, oh, these are nice parts on their own. You know what I mean? It was like my hair parted itself. Like this is the natural curl pattern in which my hair wants to be parted. So I thought of it like that. I don't know. I might be getting too deep, but I don't care. I fuck with them.
Yeah, word. I was doing a sponge rub for a little bit just cause I wasn't even trying to get locks with it. I just was doing it, but then I heard like it dries your hair a lot. Like it takes the moisture out. Then my brother, I had to get the sponge comb. I did that for a little bit. I just stopped sponging my hair, and I just let my hair grow like that. Then I'm like, I'm trying to do something different. Because although my hair grows quickly, I lose hair quick as hell. Like my I could be sleeping and just put a hand in my hair and then a hair follicle falls out and some shit. So it's like, Can we curse?
Yeah, yeah, I don't care.
Okay. So yeah, it's like a follicle falls out and something like that, and
Hmm.
especially when I'm showering too, and like I used to just comb my hair, like ask to like detangle it and shampoo it and stuff like that, and
Hmm.
it's like I just lose a lot of hair. So that's why I just wanted to get my hair locked, because I'm like, you know what, my hair is growing quickly, but I'm not seeing the length.
Hmm.
And when I first did it, when I first got the comb curls, damn, I lost a whole lot of length.
Yeah,
Like
that
I lost a
shrinkage.
lot of length.
Yep.
And I didn't even know how long my hair was. I knew my hair was like at a good length. Like when she combed it out, she was like, "Yo, your hair is it's longer than you give it credit." So
Hmm.
yeah,
Yeah, that's always wild to see. Like after you've been sponging it for a while, or just letting it curl up, or letting it mat up, and then you finally get it like washed and like picked out and combed out. You see how long that shit is. You like, oh, okay, I'm I'm ready to go. I'm really about to be in the game. And then them comb coils go in, and that motherfucker go whoop. You be like, yeah, where my
word,
shit go?
word, word.
Let me get a quick plug. All right, but speaking of the sponge, okay, speaking of one of these, check the link below. I got the Starter Loc Kit. All the tools I use to start my locks. I got them for sale on Amazon. So check that out in the description. Go grab you one of those if you're looking to start your locks. All right, Des, how long you been locked?
Yeah.
And what made you get locks in the first place?
Uh, I've been locked for 4 months. I've been locked for 4 months. Well, as far as what made me get locks, Um, funny thing, like I had my hair braided for a little bit, and when I went to the lady who braided my hair, she said my hair wasn't long enough for what I wanted to do. But then I'm
Mm.
like, I have enough length, so she had put a little bit of weave in there. Right? I don't know how y'all ladies do it, but yeah, I ain't put. That was what a good 2 weeks. Actually, no, no. I had that weave in my hair for 3 days. I took that John out. I'm like, man, I can't keep
What?
patting my hair in front of like in public, and
Oh, it
yeah,
was
so I
tight.
can't
You was
have it in my
itchy,
hair.
huh?
It was tight, and normally, like, I did some research with the weave. You're supposed to put it in some apple cider vinegar to let the alkaline stuff that's in the weave, the
Mm.
chemicals in the weave, to seep out into the apple cider vinegar. She
I
ain't
ain't
do
never
that.
heard
She
that.
just put it straight in my hair. So that joint was itching, and I took it out 3 days after, and I just rocked it. So I was trying to find something to do with my hair. And as far as locks, it just happened. It just happened. I was looking at pictures of people who had high top locks, and I'm like, yo, this is nice. I could do this.
Mm-hmm.
And the funny part too is like growing up in like Ghana and coming here, it's like a lot of misconceptions with locks. Like people say, oh, you don't watch, they don't, their hair stink. Most people with locks smoke weed. They do this, they do that.
Mm-hmm.
So coming here and having a diverse like culture, I saw a lot of people with locks who became my friends and who weren't really that bad of. They were good people, and they
Mm-hmm.
didn't smoke weed, or they didn't do that. They didn't do this. So I'm like, no, I feel like a lot of people who with locks are being judged unfairly, and
Right.
and that's not
Right.
right. Feel me? But that seeing people with locks, I was like, you know what? Let me do this for my hair. This is the next step in my evolution, and
Mm-hmm.
it also went to a little bit of spirituality. Like I feel like I'm growing as far as who I am, and just wanted to take that next step with my
Yeah.
spirituality, and just taking it there.
Dope. Dope. So in Ghana, you're saying like those are the stereotypes. That's how they look at people with locks.
Yeah, like of course. And I mean, you got Bob Marley. You have people with locks who are respected in society, but
Mm-hmm.
most people they would say, okay, if someone had locks, most of the time they would think that person was a madman, like that person was crazy. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And they would probably think, okay, this person was using drugs, this person did this person did that. So coming here, you don't see that much. Of course, you see people on the streets who just happen to have locks who are committing crimes.
Mm-hmm.
But I told one of my boys this one a while back. I think like 2 weeks ago. I was like, most of the people in jail don't have locks. Most of the criminals don't have locks.
Mm-hmm.
So what was this misconception that people with locks happen to be criminals.
Mm-hmm.
So that's that side of things that I don't like. And you know, eh, of course, you get judged prematurely. Like
Yeah.
I see people look at me like when I was like what a month into my lock journey. This like this, but I went down to Family Dollar to go grab something. This Spanish lady kept on looking at me, and I'm a people person, so I just looked at her, smiled, and waved at her, and then she smiled back,
Mm-hmm.
and shit like that, like because I it's already enough stereotype that we get as people of melanin. I don't want to add on to that stereotype. I don't want to be the one that people be like, oh, another N word is
Yeah.
doing this, is doing that,
Mm-hmm.
is doing that. You feel me? So yeah, so I embrace it. You gotta embrace it.
Absolutely. Yeah, the negative connotations that come with having locks is ridiculous, and that's wild to see, that it's really worldwide. Like I got some people that I fuck with in Amsterdam, and he said it's the same thing over there. I know some dude in China who be doing locks on Chinese people. They get the same treatment, the same stereotypes. So it's like this weird worldwide, you know, thought process that people have towards locks, and the stigma and the stereotypes, and it's really trash, bro. That's why I want to do this, so people can hear from people with locks and see, we're regular people, and for you to judge us for our hair is ridiculous.
Exactly, and it's like funny thing is a lot of people don't even realize where the history of locks come from, man. Like I do a lot of research, but shit, man, with COVID not working,
Mm-hmm.
my days as far as like, and I just started school, but before starting school, I had a lot of free time. So when I go to
Mm-hmm.
the gym, come back, ball, like play ball for a little bit, come back home. If I'm not on the video games, I'm either watching YouTube videos or chilling. So I
Mm-hmm.
have enough time to research to acquire knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
And like for me, I'm all about seeking truth and
Mm-hmm.
seeking knowledge because most of the stuff, half of the stuff I know now, I ain't learned in school.
Yeah. Right. Well, shit.
Like I have an associate.
Break
Sorry,
that
but go ahead,
down.
go ahead.
Break that history down for us, good brother. Tell the people real
Oh,
quick.
as far
Give them
as
a quick.
locks, the
Yeah.
history
Give them
of
a quick
locks.
rundown.
I mean, if you go to the ancient Egypt, there's a lot of gods or goddesses with locks.
Mm-hmm.
It's even instilled in like if you go to Egypt, you see it in their walls. Going back to the biblical times, yeah, you have of course was it Samson who had I think eight. I don't know the number, but I think it's between 7 or 8 locks in his head. So he had a minimal amount of locks in his head,
Mm-hmm.
and his hair represented power. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And when he cut it, he lost his power. He grew it later on, he grew it again when he was in captivity, but then he gained his strength back. And so it's crazy. And I even have this thing where I think even the son of the Most High probably had locks.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you feel me? A lot of people be like, okay, well, even in the Bible, I hate to go there. I was having this conversation with my mom. She was like, in the Bible, it says his hair is like wool, right?
Mm-hmm.
So wool is we have woolly hair. The melanated people have woolly hair. So that
Yes.
means if you fasted for 40 days and 40 nights, this was the argument I was trying to tell my mom. If you fasted for 40 days and 40 nights, in that time they have no comb, no brushes, nothing to detangle your hair. 40 days and 40 nights, his hair is gonna grow and not up and turn into locks.
Think
Now,
of it
did
this
he cut
way.
it?
How's
Okay, go
Jesus
ahead.
always depicted? It's the white dude
Long.
with the longer hair, right?
Exactly.
So even if he had hair of wool and it was that long, it wouldn't have any choice but to be locked up.
Exactly. You feel me? So it's like a lot of people don't know the history. And I say this, everything that 85% of what we've been taught growing up, I believe are lies.
Mm-hmm.
Like 85%. And it's up to you to go seek your own knowledge, to go seek your own wisdom. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
I'm 25, but people tell me, yo, you speak like you're older than you actually are. And that's for me just going out there seeking knowledge. Get me? I know that got a little deep, but I'm a deep person.
Oh
I'm,
no,
I'm a deep
fam.
person.
Hey, listen, you're a whole person. You're not just your locks or whatever your job is. You're a whole person, man, and we're here to see all of that. So we appreciate it.
Right.
Yeah. So what method did you use to start your locks?
Comb curls. I should have went with two strand twists, but at the point in time, I'm like comb curl. I went with comb curls. I was watching a video recently that you could actually get locks from just getting your hair braided and just leaving the braids in for a long period of time.
Mm-hmm.
Knowing that, I probably could have also probably did the the crochet hook method because
Mm-hmm.
that first month having to go damn near a whole month without washing my hair was crazy. Because
Mm-hmm.
normally I wash my hair, and again, most people think they gotta wash their hair every day, blah blah blah. But what I know now, I probably the most I go is 2 weeks.
Yep.
So that when I hit that 2 week mark, I was watching TP Locks videos.
Mm-hmm.
His one of his videos how he said how you can wash your locks
Shout out to
without
TP.
unraveling.
What up, man?
Word, shout out to TP, yo.
That's my dog.
Um, and I was like, I bet. So I went and got me a wave cap, and I just put that John on and just got
Yep.
a shampoo and just washed it, and it didn't unravel. So when I did that, I also tried what you call it, witch hazel. They said put witch hazel on some cotton or some Q-tip, and just it helps clean out your scalp a little bit. That helped, but I had to wash my hair. So
Witch
I did
hazel.
the yeah witch hazel.
I ain't never heard that.
So I think TP Locks
I'm
got
gonna
a
have to
video on
look
that
that
too.
one. Oh, for real? I'm gonna have to look
Yeah.
that one up. Witch
So
hazel.
that ain't help, and I just got
Interesting.
the wave cap, and I
Mm-hmm.
just watched it. When I went for the retwist that first month, she said,
Mm-hmm.
"Yo, she noticed a lot of budding from my hair," and she
Mm.
said it seemed like some of the locks was already locked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and for me, I noticed, man, growing up, my hair used to be nappy as hell. Like, of course, the correct term is coarse. My hair used to be coarse,
Mm-hmm.
and my mom would try to force me to comb that. And I would cry, like she would have to comb in my hair, like just combing that John, and I would just cry. I'm like, yo, can I stop this? Like this hurts. But yeah, so my hair was
Mm-hmm.
my
So you
hair's
wasn't
always been this way.
surprised when she said
I
that
wasn't
some of them
surprised.
was budding already.
I wasn't surprised.
Yeah. No. That's normal. So like when you get anybody out there who's about to start or just got their first retwist, like it's normal to see some budding or to feel a lock that might be locked already in 2 weeks, 3 weeks. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Just from even like wearing your cap all the time or sleeping on it. You know what I mean? That hair is going to get compressed, and you're going to feel it and be like, "Yo, that ain't coming out." You know what I'm saying? So it's normal to get some early ones that feel locked up, especially the more coarse your hair is. But you had mentioned some stuff when you was going over how you started. You had mentioned the two strand. Yeah, you could. Are you still trying to two strand them up? Like, have you ever done that with those?
not yet. When I
No.
got my recent retwist, she said
Mm,
at the length of my hair, she can do the two strand twist, but my hair is already not at a length that I want it to be. Like it's
mm-hmm,
grown a
mm-hmm,
lot from when I started, but I feel like I'll probably have to be here, like right here, or
mm-hmm,
maybe a little higher to where I
mm-hmm.
could do the two strand twist
I
to
feel
where
what you're
it comes
saying.
out the way
I
I
feel what
want
you're saying, but keep this in mind. So, like, think about this: if you get those two strands and you leave them in for 2, 3 weeks, when you take them out, they're gonna have the like little curl look to them. And I'm
it.
telling
Yeah,
you, the little crinkle look at that length, that shit looks hard. So I'm just saying. Think about it.
I,
It might
I
be
think
something you
about
want
it.
to try.
I'll try it out.
You might be
Next
something you want
retwist,
to
I'm
try.
gonna try it out.
You might want to try. And you had mentioned like people who get braids and just leave them in until they
Yeah,
lock. So a homie of
yeah,
mine in college, he did that. He got real skinny plaits, like you know what I mean, like I only 100 maybe, like the whole head done, and now they look amazing. You know what I'm saying? And it was just wild to see them mature because they look like braids for so long, fam. I swear it was like 2 years, and you could still see they was braids. And then one day, I just seen them. I was like, oh, this nigga's locked up. Like he's just fully locked. So yeah, definitely leaving the braids in. Obviously, your hair will lock up, but it was just wild to see how long they had looked like braids. And then you had mentioned the crochet method as well. Some people are up and down on the crochet. I'm a proponent of the crochet. Shout out to Chris McDread, the OG. But it was at like where you're at right now. It was like spring 2019. I was there, and like it was that length where I started crocheting my hair. Speaking of which, I got some on me. You think we're playing, dog? You think we're playing? Get you a Starter Locs Kit, fam. Quit playing with me.
Word.
But at that length is when I started crocheting. So do you have a hook? Have you started messing with them just to see, like, test it out?
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. Nah, I saw one of your videos on the crochet method because I was going through it to where I was like, damn, I need a retwist so bad. Cause I went what 3 months without a retwist, and normally I would go a month, and so I'm like, I need a retwist so bad. So I was watching videos and trying to get the crochet hook, but I'm like, you know what? I even got the gel and the whole the clips to try to retwist my own hair.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just like, you know what, F it. Let me just go to my loctician. She'll get it done, and then I'll just learn on my own. Because I feel like, of course, I've saved a lot of money with getting locks. Because normally I get a haircut every week, and sometimes normally I don't pay for a haircut because my brother cuts hair. He's not
Mm-hmm.
like a professional barber, but he just learned how to cut hair.
Yeah.
Um,
Save your money.
I try.
Cut your own
Word,
hair.
of course.
Yeah.
Cut your own hair. I tried to cut my own hair a while back. 2 times it came out not bad, and like another 2 times it came out horrible. One time I forgot I forgot to put the guard on, man.
Oh.
I picked up
Oh.
the machine. I go and I just make the hair, and then I forgot to put the guard on. This was in high school, man,
Come
and
on, Keynote.
I gave myself a baldy, man, and my
Come
brother
on,
was like,
Keynote.
"Yo, what the hell happened to your hair?"
That boy
Yeah,
Keynote.
man.
Damn, that's crazy, bro.
But yeah, that's about it. I am on a mission to learn how to twist my own hair, and I
Mm-hmm.
want to try the crochet method. So, like, is that what you normally use to retwist your hair, or you just do like the gel and just curl it up?
So normally, what I'm doing, when I wash my hair, like as it's drying or whatever, I'll just twist it with my finger. Honestly,
Okay.
like I'm one of them people who was always twisting my hair. Like when it was at that length, I would just be sitting there watching TV, feeling around. Oh, this one feels loose, and I would twist it up. Man, I'm feeling around. Oh, this one feels loose. Oh, this is really big. Let me just twist it up, wrap the head loose hair around. I was always in there, you know what I mean, wrapping the loose hair around the lock or something like that. So that's really how I maintain my hair. It was when I was budding, I used the crochet, and then every once in a while, maybe like every 2 months, I'll hit it with the interlock needles and just get a nice retighten. And then if it's like an occasion or an event coming up, I'll go see my loctician. You know, every once in a while, I gotta go get super crispy. You know what I'm saying? Just to shut it down and remind, you know what I'm saying, niggas what it is. So those are normally what I'm doing, but mostly it's just my hands or the crochet hook. Yeah. All right. So how many locks do you have?
My loctician told me when I first got it done, so I think 66. If
Mm,
I'm not mistaken,
that's a good number.
66.
Those are gonna be a great size.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, like, I can't wait for them to get longer,
Yeah.
just so I can see the process and growth. One thing I say, man, having locks teaches you patience.
Yep.
And like growing up, I used to be super impatient. Even some occasions here and there, I show that tendency, but it causes you to just be patient and just settle down, be mellow. Because
Mm-hmm.
most things, and
Mm-hmm.
also you have those days where like yesterday, I was trying to get these mugs to sit down, just to lay, and it's not happening, right? So it's just teaches you how to adapt
Mm-hmm.
when things are not going your way.
Yep.
You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And having locks teaches you a lot.
Yeah. And locks, the thing about locks is they expand and contract. You know what I mean? So sometimes, like when they're wet, they're fully loose. Your roots are they can go anywhere, and then as it dries, it's contracting. You get that shrinkage. So you know what I'm saying, one might be sticking up today a way it wasn't the other day. So you know what I'm saying, That's why they're so dope to me though, because you're
Of
always getting
course.
something new with them. You know what I mean? Every week, every month. So, how was you trying to get them to lay down?
I would just I would just like take a bonnet. I'd like put my bonnet on and just like use the bonnet to lay it down. I know some people say wearing waves, like wearing do rags, will help it lay down a little better compared to a bonnet.
Mm-mm.
But
Wet it,
what it,
wet it, get it wet, because them is locked. They ain't going nowhere.
yeah,
So like at this point, you honestly could like, and it's short enough to where it won't take long to dry. So as it gets hotter, you can wet that in the morning. You know what I mean? You don't got to soak it in the shower, but even
yeah.
just like a quick let it hit it and let the weight of the water weigh your hair down and then let it dry like that and it'll lay down for you. Trust me. Because that's how I was doing my shit. That's exactly how I got that palm tree, that fall down look. Because I didn't want them flip back. You know what I mean? I didn't want
Yeah.
that look. I wanted the Chief Keef. I wanted the you know what I'm saying? So I was wetting them and just letting them dry, hanging like this for real. And they'll lay down for you.
I got a question for you. How do you do like I didn't realize how much oil you put in your hair, right? So how do you deal with the misconception of people saying, okay, locks are stinky, smelly, like
Mm-hmm.
how do you deal with that?
Well, first and foremost, I don't care what people say.
Of
Like
course, that's one.
that's number one. Like external opinions do not affect me at all. Like I have my cabinet, I have my core circle of people that, you know what I mean, that I talk to and I take advice from. And even then, like when it comes to my hair, it's still, you know what I'm saying? Shut up, nigga. Like, you know what I mean? Like, okay, I hear you, but and I know my hair doesn't stink. So I wash my hair. My oil smells amazing. It's got peppermint in it. I know my hair don't stink. So if that's how you feel, you have no idea what you're talking about. You better, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? This
And
shit is
that's
luscious. I'll tell you that right
word.
now.
It's crazy that you said that because I didn't realize how much oil people put. Again, when I was younger, when I was younger, I wasn't able to make decisions on my own. And let me elaborate on that. Like a lot of people nowadays think they're free thinkers, but they're really not. And so, like somebody saying, "Oh, locks stink," without any research to back that up, and somebody else is like word of mouth. Somebody else says, "Okay, yeah, locks do stink." They go and do that, say that to the next person, and all of a sudden you have like 20, 30 people saying locks stink, right? But they don't know the work that goes into it. And if you don't do your own research, you start to believe stuff like that. So like it doesn't. Like it I mean, depending on if you don't let your hair dry, you can have mildew and all that. But if you put oil in your hair every other day, some people might do it every day, you're fine, man. Peppermint oil is like my go-to oil.
Yup. Peppermint is fire.
It is.
Listen, bro. Bottom line is, fuck those people. Like, seriously, like your opinion can't matter. You know what I'm saying? You can't let another person's funky ass opinion, you know what I mean, affect what you're doing internally. It's not good for your health. It's not good for your mental. And, I think that's where a lot of us, you know, have self-esteem issues from the start because of shit like that. And,
Of course.
like I cut my hair numerous times because of what other people were saying. And I had to finally get over that and be like, look, this is what I want and this is what I want to do. So, you know, I just try and reach back to my younger self, you know what I mean, and the younger people or people who are just starting their locks and they feel pressure from outside opinions, man, fuck them. Period. All right. So, what are some challenges you face or some mistakes you made
As far
growing
as
your hair
with
out?
the locks or
Yeah,
just in
yeah.
general.
No,
Uh
it was with your locks, growing your locks up.
as far as mistakes, I don't think I've made any mistakes. We have people like yourself, TP Locks, Dynasty TV, and just other people in the lock community that just gives out information. So as far as any mistakes, none. I'm a very calculated person. I
Mm-hmm.
try to make sure I feel confident about the decision I'm about to make before I make it. if I don't, then I'm not gonna make it. So me getting locks, I made sure I weighed the pros and the cons, and I just spoke to people. As far as, of course, at the end of the day, my decision is what matters, but I had to
Yeah.
just make sure, So yeah, got that done, and then as far as any cons, what was the second part of the question?
Any challenges or mistakes you made? Like maybe
Any
like
any
a mistake like with your haircut or something because you got high top locks. Did you ever,
Yeah.
you know, cut it too high on one side, or you know what I mean?
Nah, as far as that, no. As far as the
No.
mistakes, as far as not that. As far as challenges, of course, you have the people who are like having locks. It's harder for you to find employment, or if you want to be in a job field that is, you want to be in the corporate aspect of things. It's a little harder to find a job, and I feel like that's just people's mindset. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
gonna put that energy on myself, and it ends up happening
Yeah.
because um you're there's power in what you say, like the tongue, like life is the power of life and death is in the tongue, right? So what you say can end up becoming a reality, and I don't want to put that on myself. If a job
Mm.
doesn't want to hire me because of their
Mm.
perceived perception of who I may be due to my hair, then that's their loss, because I know what I can provide to a company, and I know
Mm.
that they're going to be at a loss if they don't take me. You get
Talk
me?
to him.
And at the end of the day, my end goal isn't to work for somebody else. My end goal is to have my own business. My end goal is to
Mm-hmm.
have other people work for me. You feel me? So I'm not gonna be in that mindset of I depend or I need this person. Regardless of what my situation is, I know that the creator, the most high, will see me through it. And he gave me
Absolutely.
that same strength and will to see myself through the situation. So I'm not gonna, but having those looks here and there, sometimes you be like, okay, can you stop looking at me? Just stop looking at me. It's here.
Mm-mm.
Like, feel me?
No,
But
no, no,
aside
no.
from that, I've
Lean
gotten to
into
the
it.
mindset,
Lean
of
into that.
course,
Make
that
them
when people look at me,
uncomfortable.
I'm like, yeah, I
Yeah,
know it's
you
my
see
hair.
it.
It's dope. You feel me?
Success. And I'm locked.
Exactly.
What?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yo, you should be a hype man, yo.
I'll gas you. Come on.
But yeah, like, you feel me? And so that just, and having locks also allows you to be really, really comfortable in your own skin. If
Mm-hmm.
you have problems like self-esteem problems, you should really get locks, because the first month is gonna test you. But once you make it through, you're not gonna give a hoot what anybody says about you. You
A
just keep it
hoot.
pushing. Keep it, yeah, keep
Not a
a
single
hoot.
hoot, boy.
Not a single hoot.
Hell yeah. Speaking of which, hey, what did your family and friends think? And did their opinions affect how you felt about
Man, great question. So when I was first getting it done, my mom, because I live with my parents at the moment, and,
them?
and so I'm in that transition of trying to just move out and do my own thing. But um, my mom was like, she don't really care. It's just make sure, as far as when it comes to employment, because a lot of people do think, as far as the misconceptions with locks, a lot of people see it that way. My brother was like, just make sure, as far as it's going to be hard for me to get a job. Same, another misconception, but so just be ready to deal with that con, and
Mm-hmm.
if I want to do it, just do it. So I was like, I bet. As far as my pops at the moment, he doesn't know about it. He's back home in Ghana. He should be back in about 2 months. Whatever his thought is, I'm not cutting it. We'll just have to talk about that when it gets there. Um,
Ooh. It's gonna
but
be a
eh,
discussion?
you know, at this point, I'm an adult enough to where I don't feel the need to, like, it's my hair at the end of the day. You get me? If you feel a certain way about what I chose to do to my hair due to your lack of your ignorance as far as pertaining to the topic at hand,
Mm-hmm.
do your own research, and then we can talk. But I feel like having older African parents who are from that generation where things like this are frowned upon, they're
Mm-hmm.
stuck in that mindset.
Yeah, yeah.
Information is out there, you just gotta look for it, you feel me?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But at this point, man, I've had it, but that's because lack of ignorance. I mean, ignorance. If you do your own research, you realize things. Like I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, right? So my brother cuts my hair. I
Mm-hmm.
went for a cut about 3 weeks ago, and he asked me, "Yo, you trying to cut it?" And I'm like, "No." He's like, "Oh," and I'm like, "Yeah, I'm not cutting it." He's like, "Oh, so how long would you let it go till you cut it?" I'm like, I don't know. I don't have an answer for you at this point. I
Yeah.
could get up out of bed and say, you know what, I'm cutting it. And I could let it fall all the way to my back. It's not something that I have a predetermined date set on when I'm gonna cut my locks. No, of course. So that it's something in its own, but I feel like it's also because just society, man. Society makes everything true. Society hates on everything that is not true. Society makes it popular. I've noticed that. Why do you think when it comes to music they push they push the artist who has a message of selling drugs, shooting, sex, and all that crap, right? But when it comes to conscious artists, they are not promoting that person
Mm.
because the message that the conscious artist is pushing is not enticing. But with an artist like 6ix9ine, blah 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 blah,
Oh,
the
oh, oh, oh,
message
no
you're
rats. No rats over here. Don't be
no,
saying no rats.
okay,
No, no,
yeah, no
no.
rats, no, okay. Like let's say an artist, okay, like Cardi B, right? She has a daughter. She want her daughter popping her shaking her ass in a music video on TV? No, right? So it's like they take artists like that and they push them. They know sex, violence, alcohol, all these things sell. But an artist who is conscious, they're not going to be marketable. So it's about everything we've been told in society. Most of it is a lie. You just have to unlearn and relearn. And I'm sorry to get a little woke on y'all because I know how getting in that conversation is
Man.
very touchy, but
Hey, yo,
you have
Dez
to
took
unlearn
the
and
moral high ground on niggas.
relearn.
Are you a conscious
But yeah,
rapper?
um, I ain't gonna lie to you. I talk a little bit about the sex, drugs,
Of
things
course
like
you
that,
do,
but
Dez. Because that
I
shit is
mix it
hot.
up.
But I
Of
get what you're
course, it's
saying. I
hot,
get
but
what you're saying. I get what you're saying, though.
I
I'm
mix
with
it
you.
up.
Yeah, yeah.
I
No, they're
I
definitely
would
out
say,
here
okay, this
promoting
is
a lot of BS when there's
of course,
much more real shit they could be, you know what I'm saying, shedding light on. I'm with you on that. I got you.
of course, but I mix it up. I've gotten this a lot. People would say I sound like Pusha T because ideally he's one of the people that caused me to start making music. Of course, I get Kanye West. I've gotten Drake a few times. Some people tell me Kendrick. So like the artists I just mentioned, although people may say
Everybody
Kanye
said you sound
Kanye
like
isn't
goats.
conscious, yeah, everybody say I sound close. I'm just playing it off because you feel me. Yeah, everybody says I sound like goats. Most of the people I mentioned, to some level or shape or form, they're a little conscious. People might say Kanye ain't conscious, but Kanye, he's a little thought provoking. He'll throw an idea out there to you. You may not like it, but it's the truth. Feel me? So yeah.
Hey, where can they hear your music at? We gotta go hear this.
iTunes, basically on all streaming platforms, iTunes, Apple Music, Amazon Music, Google Play. I just dropped the album out like what, maybe 5, 6 months ago.
Uh
Just go
oh.
to just go to whatever streaming service you use and type in King Des, King space DE $.
Yes,
And,
sir.
and and you'll
Yeah,
see the music
man.
out
Let it
there.
ring off for my boy. Go listen to that.
Where
I'm gonna go check some of that out, man. You funny, Dez.
hey.
All right.
Appreciate that, man.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. We got you. All right. So, what's the reaction your locks get today?
Today, not much, not much. Like one of my boys, he
Why?
likes to
Because they
do this, like
short.
when, cause they're short, yeah.
You feel
But
you short lock discrimination,
of course,
bruh.
like I could
Nobody
barely
loves
get it
short
in a
locks, bruh.
freaking pineapple, man.
Bruh,
Like I
nobody
had an
gives the
interview,
short locks love, bruh.
I had an interview earlier today, man, and I could get like the top. And the crazy part is the bottom part of my like the back part of my hair is longer than the front part, right? But
Mm-hmm.
I can't get the back part into the freaking
Yeah,
pineapple.
yeah.
So
Minimal
I'll have
hang
like a
time.
pineapple, and then the back would just be the locks hanging. And so I'm like, I bet F it. I ain't gonna do that. I'm just
Yeah,
letting
you
it
can't
hang
go out
right
like
here.
that. We know you were trying too hard. When you reaching for the pineapple, it's never a good look.
Where I think maybe two more months, and I'll probably get there to where all my hair can fit in the pineapple. But
Mm-hmm. I needed to be known. I'm the only one out here giving short locks love, bro. Cause like I'm bringing a lot of short locks on the pod to talk about, you know, their short
Word.
ass journey. You know what I mean? Like I don't even.
Word.
But yo, it's necessary though because it's more
Yeah.
people. It's a lot of people in that stage, and that's the uncertain stage, and that's when people, you know what I mean. That's when people cut it because they're like, "This shit is ugly. It looks crazy. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do with it." So we gotta go back and get our people with the short locks, man. We gotta coach them up, let them know everything's all right. But I feel you. You feel like you're being overlooked because your locks are short. I feel you
Yeah.
because
But
you can't
one
shake
thing I
them.
say is, I could shake them.
Yeah, you
Like,
shake them ain't moving.
you gonna make me. You gonna make me. You gonna make me shake them. Nah, but I think like 2 months into it, I was like, I can semi shake it. Like after my second retwist, she was like, okay, I asked her, is it long enough to shake? And she was like, yeah. Matter of fact, you know what? Let me hold on. Let me shout out my loctician, man. If you're
Yeah,
in
yeah, yeah.
New
Shout her
Jersey,
out.
or if
Shout her
you're
out.
just in Jersey, man,
You know what I mean? That's a question later,
just
but go ahead. Shout her out now. Let her know.
just go to beautifully underscore locked. Okay, so
Beautifully.
beautifully underscore LOCDEE, and just go spam her IG real quick and just hit her up and get your hair locked. You know, if you're thinking
Yup.
about it, that's the motivation you need. There you go.
Yup. If you in Newark, go hit up Beautifully Locked. She'll get you in the game.
Exactly. But yeah, I'm just going through that phase. But I know 2 more months probably is gonna be down here,
Mm-hmm.
maybe like down here. Like if I pull it, here is like going close to.
Yeah, I remember them
this
days.
is my this is
I
like my
remember them
longest
days
one.
where
You gonna have to pull, man.
I remember.
Yo, you a clown.
Hey yo, I was geek when it was just sitting on the eyebrow. You couldn't tell me nothing, dog.
Word, man.
I would just
When
be
it
going
gets there,
around like,
man.
"What's up?" I would just be talking to people just for no reason. Like it's in my face. Leave me alone.
Oh yeah. So like when you do this two strand twist, how does it shrink drastically or not?
Yeah, it'll shrink. It'll shrink on those. Yeah, I mean, but like
Uh,
if you pull it tight and no, it's gonna shrink regardless. Yeah, you'll get some
yeah,
shrinkage out of it. But like it's not gonna be way shorter
drastic.
than that is now. Yeah, no,
Yeah, yeah.
no.
I'll probably do it on the next retwist, and because I want to get that crinkly effect, man. I see when people
Here's what you
just get
do:
that joint
you
out.
go in the bathroom and just do like the front two rows. Like just take them
Yeah,
and test it out, see what it looks like. Do the whole row, see what it looks like. That's what I would do. I would just do a row and be like, all right, now I'm gonna be up till 3 doing my whole head like this. So yeah, that's how it
yeah,
goes
man.
sometimes. All
Sheesh.
right.
One of my friends. Oh, sorry. I know you gotta.
Oh no, you good. Let me get this one off. All right. What's your wash routine? Like how do you wash up? What are the order events?
Uh, if I could go a month, I go a month, but normally 2 weeks because I feel like
Mm-hmm.
my hair, my scalp gets dry, and then I put oil, and I try to do oil maybe every day, but sometimes every other day,
Mm-hmm.
and so after a while that oil builds up, and I feel like it has to get to where I have to wash my hair. So every 2 weeks, if I could go a month, I go a month. I just shampoo, just get in the shower while I'm taking a shower. Just get hot water, open up the pores a little bit, and then just shampoo. I use a little bit of apple cider vinegar because I feel like my hair. Before locks, I had a little bit of dandruff problem because I feel like my scalp would be dry. So you can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you. I
Okay.
muted
I
my
feel
mic.
like oh, okay. I feel like, before getting locks, my hair would be dry and I'd have dandruff problems. So I would use apple
Mm-hmm.
cider vinegar to just get rid of that. So I put a little bit in there and just wash my hair. Sometimes I do a second wash. Most of the time I don't, and I just wash it. Uh, just let the hair dry, and there you go. My loctician told me to start doing leave-in conditioning
Mm.
to put the moisture back in my locks a little bit.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. I mean, you don't want to just condition it in the shower, just shampoo and condition it.
I was watching videos. People say do not condition your locks. So I just thought, okay, don't do it. So I don't know if that's another misconception or that's another misinformation, but just
I condition my
I feel
locks
like lock. Oh, okay. All
every
right.
time.
All right. So I guess you got the answer right there. But
Every time.
some kind of like everybody has different texture hair. So I feel like some people their hair
Right.
technically seems to unravel a lot more. So maybe
Yeah,
okay,
you're right.
maybe they can't condition it, but
Yeah.
I guess on the next wash, I'm gonna see how doing this. Just give it a shot.
And you hoop. You said you hoop too, right?
Yes, yeah.
So you hooping like you hoop weekly or
We weekly most of the time weekly.
so like after you
I
go hoop,
know.
you get all sweaty, you know what I'm saying? Your scalp's wet. What are you doing? You letting that go for a day or two, or are you letting how much you hoop or how much you sweat while you hooped affect when you wash your hair?
Yeah, yeah. That's another thing too. If I don't hoop that much in that month, I could go a whole month without washing it. If I hoop a lot, I can maybe go. I can go 2 weeks, but then I need a little help from witch hazel to just stop. You know.
Mm-hmm.
And just perform that magic on the scalp. But most of the time, 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Okay.
Um,
Got you.
I ain't hoop a lot this week, but
How tall are you?
normally 2 weeks. 5'6". I like to say 5'6 3/4. Actually,
Yeah, no, get your 3/4. You know what I'm saying? Don't be shortchanging.
I like to say I'm 5'7". You feel me? But
Yeah. Go ahead, get that off. With shoes on?
with,
Easily.
with shoes on, yeah, 5'7", easy. I'm dunking on cats with shoes on.
Relax.
Come on, man, you're not crazy.
All right,
You who?
what's your spot on the court? Where you at?
Top of the key.
Top of the key. Money.
Top of the
You
key.
money from top.
Money top of the key. You don't want to leave me open from top of the key. I
He
bought
said,
a
"Don't
few
leave
days ago.
him
Like one of my boys, shout out to Reek, man. I'm gonna send him the link to watch this, so he gonna be smiling when he watches this. But we had this old like court where you have to rent, and so I hit him up like, yo, pull up. He was guarding me most of the time I played his team. I couldn't make a shot. Literally, I went like 0 for 10.
Tariq
We
put
have
the
a group
clamps
chat.
on you.
Word. Pause that, Wookie, but word. And he was like, Dez, he was just gunning me on the group chat that we got. He was like, yo, Dez went 0 for 10, bruh. So the next day we went to Metuchen. It's like one of the only basketball gyms that's open in Nuremberg. Well, in Jersey, one of the only ones.
Mm-hmm.
And so we went there, and he was like, Dez, don't if you play trash today, give up basketball for like a week. I just started off first couple of games, I was rusty, but then the second and third game, man, I almost broke my team. I was like the LeBron of my team, man.
Now he's
Until
the
this,
bro. Oh,
until like literally they had to. I felt like they almost wanted to double team me, right? So the dude that was guarding me,
he was cooking like that.
I was cooking my man. As another dude was like, you know what? Nah, let me guard.
No, I got him.
And one of my teammates took this. Like he could shoot, but he took a wild ass fadeaway from the 3-point line on the right wing. I'm like, dude, you wanted the ball. I'm not selfish. I get you the ball. But why you gonna take that shot though? But I was going off. He was like, all right, man, I'll give you that. You played great that game. But at the end of the day, I'm just trying to get a workout.
I feel you. Okay. That's what's up.
But you ball, like, are you nice with it or?
Nah, bro, I'm lazy. I ain't hooped in years.
How old are you?
30.
I don't know if you want to. 30?
Yeah.
Put that on everything, bro.
I swear. Yeah, I'm 30. I ain't hooped in years. Promise you.
Come on,
back
bro.
I would get a back spasm if I ran a game right now.
Yeah.
My back would seize up.
But y'all hearing it here. He gonna ball. He will start getting back the ball. I'm gonna make him get back the ball.
Oh no, I'm going back. No. There's a gym. There's a gym near my crib, and they do work. I'm gonna start going there. And I'm gonna get back in the groove because basketball is my favorite sport, and it's a shame. Because I moved. What happened was I moved to Greenville, and I ain't know nobody and didn't really know where to hoop, and I just moved down here. Don't know nobody. Don't know where to go. So you know what I'm saying. I just work out in my garage and in my neighborhood and all that, but. I'm gonna get back in action. But I mean, regardless, I'm rusty, but I know I will still cook you, cause like I know I will. I'm
What
six
makes you say
three. I'm 6'3", fam. I will. I'm
hey, hey,
look.
hey,
Listen, you're not getting a shot off. I
my
promise.
brother is 6'3". Hey, I hate
So
to Dan if you watching this, Dan, I'm sorry. I ain't gonna I'm putting your weight out there, but he is 6'3", 270 plus.
yeah, and
Got handles, like his handles. He's like James Harden with the handles, right? James Harden got it, but you ain't gonna compare him to like Kyrie or Jamal Crawford, right? But he will. We went to one of the open runs one time, right? And this guy used to ball with that LA Fitness. My brother literally hit him with the between cross step back, right? The dude almost fell and just
not the
knocked the shot down in
tween.
his face. He hit him with the tween. And this thing that my brother does, right? He does the double crossover. Like he does a crossover to bait you, right? And this is one of the slowest crossovers you will ever see. Like, pa, pa. And he has the ball right in your face. You think you can get it? You reach for it, he hits you with another cross and hits a shot in your face. So he is 6'3". I ain't trying to be cocky, but I feel like I could take it. You probably would, but I feel like I could take it.
Des, you know how I know your cheeks?
How?
Because I said I would serve you, and you start talking about your brother. So clearly, you have no confidence in your own game. So I know, I'm getting buckets.
I got a whole lot of confidence in my game. I'm realistic though. My brother is the only. You know how many times I played my brother? Literally last year, right? He was so confident that I would not beat him last year. He said, "Yo, if you can win a game this whole year." I forgot what I got for the bet. But he said I'll give you $20 if you could beat me once in the year 2020 or 2019. I beat him like what, 5 times? Hey, I at least won the bet.
Out the year?
But out of the whole year, maybe I'll say maybe hit double digits. But it's like we played a game literally. He said, you can take all the shots you want from any spot on the court. I will only take threes. And his go-to is taking threes. Like he went, I think that whole day, he probably took like 23s, maybe made double digits.
Not me. I'm not one of these finesse players. I'm in the paint, elbowing niggas.
Man, I'm blocking you, man.
You're crazy, bro.
Get that out of here, man. I'm gonna block you.
That's how I'm treating you. That's how I'm treating you. That's how I'm treating you all game.
Man, look.
Like this.
Hey, yo.
I'm going to rock you to sleep. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to tuck you in. You know what I mean? Tuck you in nicely, my boy.
Yo, put in the comment section who you think winning, man. Who y'all got your money on?
They know who will win. This is my pod, nigga. No. It's me. Fuck out of here, nigga. Hey, yo. I better not see a single King Dez comment in there. You out your mind.
Hey, put the...
Oh shit, you wild, bro. Tell us about your retwists. How often are you getting retwists? What's that process like?
Every month, but low key, I want to push it to every 2 months because I feel like I see the most growth. I mean, my hair grows a lot in the span of a month, but I want to see that, like, get that retwist, and then my hair is like right by my eyes. I want to do that. Mm-hmm. So normally it's every month, but I might push it to every 2 months.
Okay, all right, that's cool. That's a good amount. A month ain't bad at all. All right, so Des, do you cover your locks when you sleep or when you're just chilling in the house? Because I hate having lint in my hair. Yeah. So I like to cover my shit all the time. How do you feel about that?
I cover it 80% of the time. I cover it. Like right now, I literally have my bonnet on, and I took it off right for the podcast. So most of the time, I have my bonnet on. And I also have, just to go the extra mile, I also have satin pillowcases, just in case the bonnet slips off and stuff like that.
No, satin pillowcase.
Word.
Okay, I see you.
Like, literally, I get made fun of for wearing a bonnet, man. My brother FaceTime me. He's like, yo, Dez, what you doing? He sees me with a bonnet on. He laughs. Or he come pays a visit.
You. If I see you with that bonnet on, I don't understand. I wish Dynasty would stop wearing that fucking bonnet in videos, bro. Hey, that shit is not a vibe, bro. That shit is not a look, fam. Take that fucking bonnet off, nigga.
So you don't wear bonnets?
Fuck no. I got no
What
bonnet.
you wear? You wear
I
do-rag?
got a wave. I got a lock cap. I got a sock. It's just a
I mean,
tube.
the lock sock is just as bad as the bonnet. Wouldn't you say?
No, absolutely not. No, it's a way different shape. It's a completely different profile on the head. No, no,
Nah, man. So wait. Before your hair got to this length, you wasn't using a bonnet.
never, dog. I don't have a bonnet.
Hey, I can have a bonnet on, but still respect my gangster. I just want people to respect my gangster when I have the bonnet on. You feel me?
No,
like,
absolutely not.
come on, man.
Man,
Like,
no, I'm disrespecting the fuck out your gangster with that bonnet
like,
on.
it's funny. My sister FaceTimed me. She FaceTimed me. I had the bonnet on. She looked at me and just started laughing. I'm
Screaming.
like,
I'm
yeah,
screaming.
respect my
Go get it.
gangster.
Put it on then. Put it on
Nah,
now then if you
nah. Yo, you fine.
No, the bonnet. You can't. Nah, Brandon, you can't be having the bonnet, man. No. I'm gonna
Nah,
send
when
you
my
some
hair get
links. I'm
longer,
gonna send you the link. You know what I'm saying,
I
to
bet.
the cap you need to get. You know what I'm saying? We'll get you out that bonnet.
I bet.
That's funny as hell, bro. You funny. All right, so what are some of your favorite lock styles that what you want to pull off when it gets longer?
Longer. Like my loctician when I got the retwist, she was I just told her to try to see if she could do it with my hair. Man, that joint was hurting when she was doing it. I'm like, okay. It kind of made me not want to do it when my hair gets longer, but it might be easier. But buying the barrel twist, two strand twist, and just putting my hair in a pineapple.
Mm-hmm.
Just being able to do that. Those are my three major styles. As far as anything else, maybe when I see another style, I probably want to do that. But those are my three major ones.
Okay. Yeah, them braids, the braided lock styles, they're definitely way tighter. The shorter
Yeah,
your hair is, you know what I mean? Because when they got to pull to make sure it all stays in and your scalp is getting pulled, bro, like your shit's gonna hurt for 3 days, 2-3 days after you get them retwisted. But like as they get longer, you'll be cool. Like I get them now and they don't hurt at all. It's no problem. But a couple months
but
ago, even like a couple months ago when my hair was here and I got them done, it was still hurting. So you know what I'm saying, it's just as it gets longer, it gets easier and you won't even feel it. All right, so we see what length your locks are at now. Are you more of
yeah,
you want your locks to lay down person, or you like the out and up, wild and crazy look?
I'm more for the laying down. Like my personality is more so. I have a calm demeanor, man. Like I'm flashy but calm. Like if you were to see me out, you would know I would be that guy who's okay. I'll be that calm dude with some Ferragamo on. I'll be low key with it, but I got Ferragamo on.
Not
So
the
that,
Ferragamo.
yeah, just an example. But that's who I am. Like I'm a calm guy, but I would like to be a little flashy sometimes. But
Okay,
most of the time, like I want my hair to just lay down. You know,
got you.
just relaxed.
All
What
right,
about
bet.
you, man?
I like the out and up look when it was that length. Like I wasn't concerned with
Okay.
it laying down at all. Like I was like I would before I went to work, I would take my hands and go like this, through my hair with it, trying to get it to get some sort of profile or, some sort of look. So I like that one. I was never like, because there's a lot of people who like when they get locks, they can't wait to like put a headband on and try and like have them stick back or have them lay back
Yeah.
flat and shit like that. I was never one of them. All right, so it doesn't look like you've dyed your locks. But do you
No.
want to? And if you do, what colors would you try?
I I haven't dyed my hair even like never, but
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking about it before I got locks. It's this little dye called Mystique dye, and it's basically hair dye that you can wash off.
Mm-hmm.
And so I've thought about it. At this moment, I'm not dyeing my locks. Maybe when it gets longer, I might do it. But one thing I've been thinking about is the lock jewelry. Just putting like some lock jewelry in my hair. But again, when it gets longer, like
Mm-hmm.
not right now.
The lock jewelry's a nice touch. I had a
It is.
I had a couple in when when they were shorter. But I don't know. I think when it got longer and I was laying on them, I could like feel the bead on the side of my head, and it was just uncomfortable. So I ended up just taking them out.
Okay.
And I think after they started to get longer, because I think I put the beads in to like distract from how short they were, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at my cool little beads. Don't worry about how short my locks are. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was shit like that. So when it got longer and it was like, oh, the length is more so the thing you notice, and I was like, all right, I let go of my childish ways.
So how much of the beads you had in your locks when it was shorter? Like
Oh,
just one, or like you had a
so
couple?
how I did it was how I chose to do it. Because I started with the sponge, some of my locks were super, super thin. Because I had also went in
Okay.
and was just twisting the curls the sponge had created with my finger, and some of them were real thin. So as they grew out, I had to combine some of them. So the ones I combined, I had like put the bead on it to the point of where they combined, so that it would grow out. You know what I mean? Together, as opposed to like putting rubber
Okay.
bands or something or thread around it. I used the bead. So that's how I even chose like where they were. Like any of my old pictures you see on IG, like whatever lock you see a bead on, that it's a conga. That's why the bead is on it.
Okay.
Do you have any pet peeves about having locks?
I don't think I've gotten to that length to where people say their locks are in their food. It's in their face all the time. As of now, maybe just getting
Mm-hmm.
it to lay down because I want my locks to lay down. But that's not that much of a pet peeve.
Yeah.
And some people say when they're working out or playing ball, their locks is always in their face.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I'm not at that point where they're long enough for that. But
Mm-hmm.
maybe when gets a little longer, I'll see if I have any pet peeves. But not right now, nah.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm not at the this. It's not my food yet. But on the last part, shout out to my boy Bucket. Buck was talking about he be eating some cereal and he'll just look up and a lock will be in his bowl. He'd be like, it's crazy. But I am at the length to where I have to do something with it when I'm working out. So, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Having the proper cap slash headband is necessary when you
Yeah.
running and stuff, especially like there are times where I'll oil it and then it'll be like a couple days later and I'll go out and run, and you know what I'm saying, you can just feel the oil, you know what I mean? You can feel it in your eye, you know what I mean? The sweat coming down. So again, a proper cap headband necessary when you're getting out to this length. You know what I mean? You're gonna be headband des on the court, you know what I mean? With the
Oh yeah,
when they
nah.
get longer.
You know the first one of the first things I did when I got it, went on eBay. I mean went on Amazon, ordered me a bundle of headbands.
You
And
couldn't
it's
wait
like
to
the
throw a
ninja,
headband on, man.
nah, bro. It's like the ninja headbands, the one that Jimmy Butler be having on.
Oh yeah, I
So
got
that's
them.
what I got.
I got
So
the old
sometimes I
ones.
have it
I
on.
got the Thai
The old
ones. I
ones.
got the ones that
Oh,
still got the tails. I got two of them.
oh, oh, damn. How much you pay
hmm
for them?
I mean, I got them at like Foot Action or something. It was like $12. Like when they weren't banned, it was like the year before the NBA was like, no, y'all can't have the dangles. You know what I mean? So I got a couple of them, but they dope. Yeah, I'll be wearing them. Do I have one there? No, but yeah, headband des.
Where I
All
feel like when
right,
I have the
so
headband on, I play like the MVP of the league, man.
it's
But we ain't gonna
untouchable with
talk
the
about that.
headband on, huh?
Word. I remember one game, right? I hit a game winner. Like that game, I was missing. I think I went what maybe 3 for 7, and then they passed me the ball. I'm like, man, I'm Kobe, man. It's Mambo over here, man. Even if I miss my next 5 shots, I'm gonna keep shooting. So
Yep.
I just pulled up, shot it in somebody's face, and I did the LeBron. I was like,
Uh, you know what I'm saying? Step off.
word,
You
that
can,
felt good though.
listen, shooters don't have a conscience. They just keep
Of
letting them
course,
fly.
exactly,
You know what I'm saying? They think about no miss. The next one's going in.
exactly, exactly.
I bet. So, what are your opinions on fake locks?
Uh, hey, to each his own. For me, I tried the whole having my hair braided with the weave and that experience. Like I wasn't even gonna do that. It's just the lady said my hair wasn't long enough. I'm like, okay,
uh
I'm already in the chair. I'm not gonna waste my time. So
Right.
let's just see where this goes. But for me, no, it ain't my thing. But if someone wants to get it and they feel like that's what they want to do, go ahead and do it. If it makes you happy. At the end of the day, happiness is key. So do what you got to do.
I feel you. I feel you. How do you feel about Dynasty reattaching his old locks? Are you with that?
Hey, I'm with it. I mean, it's his hair. It's nobody else's hair.
Mm-hmm.
Having him, I was surprised though. I kind of figured he was gonna do it, but I just thought he was gonna stick out the whole process of having new locks.
I
But
was definitely
once he did it,
surprised. I thought he was
I
doing the
was surprised.
restart, you know what I mean, for the content. You know what I mean? Now he can recapture his whole journey again, redo old videos as it grows out. I thought he was doing that. He was like, no, I'm putting them
Word.
back in.
And as far as like I thought I thought he was doing. He had the whole full head of locks. Because I in this recent video I was looking, it looks more like the high top locks. I don't know. I may be wrong, but you feel me?
I don't know. We'll have to see.
Or maybe it is full head, but he probably faded the side a little bit. Gave it
Mm-hmm.
a little like tip fade or whatever.
Little taper.
Yeah, a little taper. There you go.
Yeah, we'll have to get him back on for a thorough look at the new set. That'd be dope. All right. So, what's your opinion on people touching your hair?
I don't like it. I don't like it. I really don't like
He's
it, man.
salty.
I
Look
don't
at
like it
him.
at all. Like, I don't like it, man. I don't like
He ain't with it at all.
I don't like it, man. It's
Just don't
like
do it, huh? So you
don't
telling
touch
me
it,
if a
man.
little, if a little shorty, you know what I'm saying, she just want to pull on your hair, she trying to flirt with you. What's your reception to that?
I mean, girls. I see it like this: a woman will like you. All right, let me find a way to work this. I tell my boys all the time, man.
Kick
Look,
game. Kick game to him, you know what I'm saying?
aggression, not
Mm-hmm.
overly aggressive, but just
Oh,
a
yeah,
little
yeah,
bit,
yeah,
right?
yeah. Yeah.
So if you check her on it, she touches your hair, you grab her hands, it's very subtle, and you tell her, look, I don't like my hair being touched. I do
Mm.
appreciate you finding my hair that attractive for you to touch it, but I don't like my hair being touched. And most girls will touch your bluff. They'll try to touch it again. Slightly tell them, nah, you feel me? Like just fall back a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And then they'll give you that respect. There's a lot of girls that just like to touch your bluff. You tell them, I don't like this being done. They're tempted to actually do it again. So
Mm-hmm.
then when you put your foot down the second time, they know, okay, don't touch my hair. Now, if we go to that stage where you my girl, of course you could touch my hair. Just don't do it all the time, but I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
give you that permission to touch my
Okay. Okay. So females are cool. Random strangers.
whether male or female. Hell no, I'm touching random strangers. Hell no, he ain't putting. I I was watching a video where a lady felt the need to touch this guy's locks. His locks was long as hell. She felt the need to touch it and look at it. Don't touch my hair.
Yeah,
You
that shit
wouldn't
is
want me
weird.
doing that to your hair. So same respect I would give you. Don't touch my
Yeah,
hair.
that's odd. That's weird stuff, man.
Unless you cutting my hair or you retwisting my hair, most of the time, don't touch it.
I'm with you. All right, so have you ever felt discriminated against because of your hair?
I haven't noticed it. Not at this moment. If I have job interviews, most of the time they don't mention it. They don't seem like they're against it. I do ask if a company allows this kind of hair, so I just want to know up front if they do.
Anybody
And
ever said no?
most nobody has ever said no.
Oh, okay.
They were like, no,
I'm about to
we're
say we
very
want to know
passionate.
that company because we boycotting the fuck out of them.
Hey, I mean, hey, I don't want to be that type of person
I do.
because as far as the cancel culture, I'm not a big fan of that. Like for example, when the whole thing happened with Gucci, like the Gucci clothing brand with the you know, hey, some people still want to go and shop at
Oh,
Gucci.
you still want to wear Gucci?
No. I don't wear Gucci. If somebody gave like okay, let's say when that thing happened, right, and somebody like one of your close friends or one of your family members gave you Gucci, would you still wear it?
I'm
They're
rocking the
giving you
fuck out that
free
Gucci.
Gucci.
Yeah, I'm rocking that Gucci.
Thank
Yeah,
you. So
sure,
it's like
sure.
I feel like people are hypocrites to where they say cancel culture, but you guys are still Like, let's say Cardi B was to do some dumb shit right now.
You hate
People
Cardi
still
B,
look at
huh?
her music.
You hate
let's
Cardi
just
B.
say, let's just say she's not a great representative for the female hip hop industry. Same for Nicki Minaj, but it's the industry for a reason. So I ain't go, hey, that's a female. To all my female rappers out there, or female musicians, singers, rappers, whatever. You don't have to show your skin to sell. It's a little harder, but if you got bars, you can body niggas on verses. That alone could sell.
They don't need your permission, nigga.
I'm not saying they need my permission, but I'm just saying. I'm a dude, so of course I want to see some girl with some nice, with some nice shape, but I don't want it being thrown in my face. Like you feel like the what's the name of the song that she did with Megan Thee Stallion? What's the name of the song again? Wow, right? I don't want you to make a whole video with ass and titties. I'm a dude. Like, come on now. Of course I like it, but I want to be thrown in my face all 24/7.
I do. You stronger than me, Des. That's crazy.
Hey, like
But listen,
like,
that ain't worth canceling nobody over. But I'll tell you what is worth canceling somebody over. If they told one of our brothers and sisters that they couldn't work at their establishment or attend their school because of their locks, we'll be seeing you, buddy. It's a wrap for y'all. We're gonna put y'all down.
Word. Even with that, like I'm the type of person where I hate my family members who tell my family members, my coworkers, they'll tell you I'm a very I don't fall back for nobody. Like I'm very strong willed and my opinion is my opinion. You can't if I make up my mind, you can't sway me from anything. Like even right with this, like the locks. I made up my mind. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. You can't swim me away because there's a reason why I feel like I want to get locks.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? So if that establishment doesn't want to hire me, at the end of the day, it's their loss. I know who I am. I know what I bring to your company. Maybe it'll be cool if I could sue y'all and get some money off y'all. I'll do that too. But you feel me? It's hard out here for everybody.
Yeah,
so,
you can expect a letter from my lawyer. But with that being said, because you had mentioned something there. So, does your hair represent, something to you? Does it have meaning, something deeper than just it being hair?
I told my boys this. Like one of the reasons why I wanted to get my hair locked was I feel like it was just a vow between me and the Most High and the Creator. Just as a way for me to let go of my things that wasn't benefiting me. Like leave that in the past. And it also signifies strength. Like for example, Samson, when he had his hair, he had strength. When he cut it, he lost his strength. And I mean, hair itself, it holds energy. Feel me? So the longer your hair gets, I feel like the more the stronger you become because it gives you that strength. And another thing, your hair is part of your endocrine system. I don't know if I actually mentioned named the proper word or said
Talk
the word
your
properly,
shit, Des. Talk your shit.
It's part of the endocrine system, and it's a reason why the hair grows like that. So why would you cut it in that way? Wow. I kind of low key wish I could have got a full head of locks, so I won't have to fade the sides and just let it grow. But it is what it is. But why would you cut it?
You can grow that out.
Word. I think I am gonna do that. Once my hair gets here, I'll probably just start growing out the sides. But it's like going back to what I said before. Society is so backwards. Like, you feel me? Like we praise what we're not supposed to praise, and we talk bad about what we're supposed to praise. So it's like, you feel me? Locks. I'll be happy if most people were locked. Literally, it saves you time, and you can give it as a way to your Creator, your Most High, or whatever reason you want to get it. Go ahead and get it.
And they're beautiful.
They're very beautiful, and you don't need. It doesn't take time at all. Like when I went, like I feel like I've done a lot with my hair. I had waves at one point, man, and having waves takes a lot of time and patience. Not as much as like locks. You have to tie locks take patience, but it doesn't take a lot of work. All you got to do is just let your hair breathe and get your hair retwisted whenever you want to retwist it. Waves, you gotta brush, brush, brush. Even with the sponge, when my hair was at a good length, I would sponge it and go to work and just fade the sides.
Mm-hmm.
Every day, I have to get up after I shower, put the gel in my
Responge it.
hair and sponge my hair.
Mm-hmm.
That even took a lot of work. With this, I let it do what it does. I have to get it retwisted. I get it retwisted.
There we go. Des, everybody, give it up for my dog. Thanks for coming through, bro. We appreciate it.
No problem, man. Appreciate
Thanks
you
for
for
rocking
having
with
me.
us, man. You got a great set of locks, man. You got a great vibe, great soul, great spirit, man. Best of luck with you with all your music and everything, and life, all of that. Give us one more look at your locks before we get up out of here.
All right, but here you
There you go.
go.
You had to get to shaking.
There you go. Man, I'm glad I can do that now. But I would def send you the link to the album and just the music and just put it out there. And,
yeah, man. Let them know where they can find you again.
Apple Music, any form of streaming services, just put in King Des, KING space DE $.
There we go. King Des, everybody.
Yeah, I appreciate you, bro.